Hey there, today I'm going to be showing you a second project that I had an idea for using this month's club transfer. I'll be using a 5x12 box frame surface, and I wanted to change the color to match the other project that I did with this transfer. I used white chalk paste to paint the frame of this surface white, but you can use acrylic paint as well. Depending on the coverage that you're looking for, you may want to go over the frame with a second coat of paste. I painted the background with a peony, which is kind of a light pink. I used paste again, but you can use acrylic paint. Use whatever you got. This is what I had, so this is what I used. I made sure to cover the entire surface. And again, you may want to do a second coat depending on the coverage you're looking for. Something to point out, it is good practice to use a surface wax over a painted surface. Like the background here, it protects the background paint and it also protects your transfer. The next thing I want to do is I wanted to add a three-dimensional aspect to this project using these strawberries. So I'm using a piece of watercolor paper and pasting on the strawberries. To give them even more dimension, I'm going to use an ombre technique using that cherry paste and white and then blending the two colors together. Again, it's good practice to make sure that you put down a little bit of surface wax over a pasted or painted surface. So that's what I did after I made sure that the strawberries were completely dry. I put a little bit of the surface wax over the top of it, and then I laid the transfer back down and added the little black speckled seed part of the design. Once the paste was all dry, I fussy cut each of the strawberries, and fussy cut just essentially means to cut out the design, leaving a little bit of a white edge around the design, and this gives it that three-dimensional look. To give these little pieces a little extra rustic look, I took my distress inkers and went around the edges of each of the strawberries. Now it's time for the main design. I used the paste and peel method because I'm using three different colors on this surface. The first is the cherry where I did the strawberries, and then I went back through with the green and made sure that I lifted the transfer up in between each of the colors so that the paste didn't dry in the screen. Now it's time for the final reveal. Once all the colors are done, peel up the design, and there you go. To finish this off, I used a little bit of stick fast glue and glued down the strawberries to the bottom right corner of the design. I think this turned out super cute, and I hope you do too.